Hi, I'm Akira.
Naam Rohan Rahul.
Welcome to The Long Take. This week we're discussing Bloody Daddy, the new Shahid Kapoor movie, and I think the third movie we're discussing on the podcast third project on this podcast from Ali Abbas Zafar. Have you covered a director or creator more than this guy? I feel like no.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense that he's the first one who's hit 3, I suppose, considering the kind of nonsense we do.
One, that, and also I think he's having a very prolific period in his career.
Yeah, we're releasing movies for free.
Because, but I think India is still in that phase, right? But like we're still like competing to like bulk up, even as they're facing the crunch of like not having money. So it's like a weird flux where like they want to expand, but also they cannot expand at the same rate as like how everyone in the US did to compete, and now they're sort of downscaling. So it's like a weird middle ground somewhere.
I have no idea how this works. I have no idea like how people are like making back end.
Like what are the economics behind like basically it's like dumping a movie on like being like, okay, now it's like everywhere and you don't even need to like pay for our SIM card.
Yeah, or anything. All you need to do is like have data and then you watch this movie.
Technically you don't even need data. You just need an active SIM card and you can watch it on Wi-Fi at home.
Or like on the street or somewhere, like mall ka Wi-Fi chori karke.
Yeah, that works too. So this movie is basically cost like 2 rupees, which is I think the SIM card ka price the last time I bought one.
I mean, I don't see like what do you it. I don't know if it looks cheap. It looks like a pandemic.
No, I'm not saying it looks cheap. I'm just saying the access to it so it's cheap. Is that we were talking about the economics of like how are they making money off of it?
No, but then that is a question that you also like. It makes sense to ask, right? Like, did it also come cheap? Like, did they not spend money on it or what? Like, what? How do you?
I don't actually know the studios involved, but like it's not like a Jio Studios production, right? Unless I'm wrong.
I saw some Jio people being credited at the end, although I did not pay attention. But that
Jio
might
Studios
be
actually is a production. My bad. So they are one of the studios. So I think it's almost like a self-owned, right? Like it's like imagine Disney makes a movie. They're like, okay, we don't want to spend money on marketing or like theatrical distribution. So we just eat up that money and put it on Disney Plus, like how they did with Artemis Fowl.
Yeah, possibly.
So that's basically the situation. It's like हम already पैसा खर्च हो चुका है, so now let's just put it on our platform, and they pay off the other producers basically. They're like, तुम्हें इतना मिलता है,
whatever. Handsomely probably, because in India, I mean, appearances are so important. Like, imagine how do you come back from this? You know?
Yeah.
How do you like make people forget that your last project was?
And how do you? I mean, the Shahid Kapoor contract does not say that his movies have to go to cinemas anymore.
I mean, if they didn't before, I'm sure he's got that clause now, because this is, or maybe this was always a streaming thing.
Yeah, because I mean, from the blood stuff I saw, and like even showing alcohol openly. I mean, I was like, all this stuff will get like chopped off if you went to cinema.
And just the swearing
feels
also.
Swearing is well. Exactly. That's why India proactively self-censors, right? They're like, okay, we are making the movie for like our censor board. So let's not even have these bottles or blood, because kya fayda hai shoot karke if it's gonna get cut.
Yeah, maybe they hope to kind of shop it around legit.
Yeah, that would have been an idea. Like, at least get it on some other platform, and then no one said yes, because everyone's like has no budget these days.
Or maybe once Jio formulated its own plans, they were like, no, that plan is cancelled. We don't want to shop it around. We'll just use it as one of our flagship titles. Yeah. But I'm sure people must have complained, like, how can you just dump it for free? Yeah. At least pretend, ask people for
pretend it's a premium title and then put it behind the paywall, right? It's not like they don't have a paywall now.
Yeah, and I mean, I remember Salman Khan did it for like $200 or something, like on Z5.
Yeah, it was like a rent situation, which like did not work out, I think, for them.
Yeah, but
at least they made the pretense कि it's a premium movie. You have to pay for the movie directly. यहाँ तो वो भी नहीं है. यहाँ तो it's literally like it's there. देखना देख लो, नहीं देखना देख लो. We also don't care.
चलो, मतलब Jio conversation out of the way.
Yeah,
inevitable.
Discuss the movie. Otherwise, the podcast has to be retitled to JioCinema. What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, I was, again, as usual, kept wondering how it's possible to scratch like the bottom of the barrel again. Barely got through this one.
For some reason, I don't know, like I didn't actively hate it. I think like a lot of Indian movies now, like what happens is like they lose me in the first like 3-4 minutes. Like they'll do something like bang stupid, and just be like, okay, I'm never coming back from this moment. again.
Wasn't like, show me your face, stupid enough. And he yells at the guy in the boot.
Does he? When? Is this like in the first action scene or something?
Yeah. Show me your face, or either it's like, he saw my face.
He saw my face. Yeah, I think, it wasn't like that, like, breaking the back or something. But like, in the moment where the movie lost me, I think came much deeper. So for a while, I was like, okay, it's not like, I don't like want to like, burn it alive or something for a long while. But also like, it wasn't like good or anything. It's just like somewhere in the middle for me.
So this one, I quit. I genuinely quit yesterday. I watched, I think 50 minutes. So I watched till Shahid Kapoor kind of like steals a dude's outfit, like a suit in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So that was when I was like, I'm out. Tomorrow morning I'm going
He becomes
to
the
text you.
anti. Like what movie did he made where he was like chasing after a girl the entire time?
Like Kamine.
No. Like a recent one, like a remake he made, some South Indian movie.
Oh, Kabir Singh.
Yeah. So he becomes anti-Kabir Singh in the bathroom, right? He's like, be a man, don't do such things.
Yeah. So that was when I was like, I was
like, this is like a joke on his like own like filmography at this point.
Yeah. But where was I?
Have you checked out on that scene where like?
Nah, I checked out that scene. Checked out that. I fully checked out. I was gonna text you in the morning and be like, sorry,
like,
nahi ho raha.
Kuch aur undo.
Yeah. Anything. I was at the point where I was like, it's fine. It's like JioCinemas. I was like, I'll cut my losses. 1 hour is okay. So I'll spend 2 hours watching 2018 or something. Let's just do anything else. Ye nahi ho raha. And then today after work, I was like, fine, okay. And then and then I regretted that decision also. So
I love after like, I think the second half is just like entirely like in a way like makes no sense, right? It's like the first hour, at least some reason everyone's going through like the hotel lobbies, right? They have to go from one place to another place.
I mean,
second half, everyone goes to the nightclub. I'm like,
no.
Have all the other gates been blocked now?
Not making sense, so I'll tell you now. So I'm watching this movie and for 45 minutes, I do not realize that he's a cop.
Oh.
And
does it like tell us like at minute 10 where he like,
I can believe that
he parks in the jeep or something in the compound.
So initially him and his partner, they go to the chowkidar and like, tumne kya dekha aaj subah? And the chowkidar's like, maine sab kuch dekh liya, whatever. And then his partner is like, hum police hain.
Yeah, that part you can read as like, they're lying. Yeah, sure.
They're lying.
Yeah. That can work as that.
Then he goes to meet whatever his ex-wife or something, and I'm like, oh, okay, so the ex-wife is probably the cop. Why is she there?
No. And the moment I think he leant on his desk or something, I was like, okay, yeah, like he's a cop now. And then obviously 5 minutes later, Junkie is like, oh, tera bag tera desk ke niche hai. So I was like, okay, that's another confirmation now.
So I'm watching this movie and I've watched like the first act of it fully, thinking that he's a goon.
Who's like carrying around a fake police badge.
Yeah, and he's being chased by the actual police, like Diana Penty and Rajiv Khandelwala, whatever. Right, and he looks like a goon, he talks like a goon.
Yeah. Full.
He's interacting with goons, and he's not even like a high-level goon. I thought, he can mid-level some dude.
No, he's delivery boy.
And that is how I watched this movie. Until I'm like, oh, is he supposed to be a cop? Yeah. How did that happen? And yeah, it's one of the many confusing, like, ye yahan kaise pahunch gaye? Why are they suddenly in like a clearly not Gurgaon place now? And why are they insisting that it's Gurgaon? Like, are we stupid? Just be
they don't even like try to like pretend about it. Like the moment I saw like all those tall buildings, I was like, this is something else, right?
Yeah,
this cannot be Gurgaon. Like I've never like been to Gurgaon in a long while, but like this cannot be Gurgaon. If this was Gurgaon, we would see in the newspapers every day. And obviously when I got to the credits, they were like, Abu Dhabi Film Commission, thank you so much.
The hotel in the beginning where he's with his son, that is not a hotel in Gurgaon, but the exterior is like an office complex.
Right.
But at least it's like...
But at least, yeah. You used India for India. I use Abu Dhabi to make India. Like this is the same thing like what another Jio movie did, right? That not Jio movie, but like, it was on JioCinema. Vikram Vedha.
Oh yeah.
They went to Abu Dhabi to make it look like Lucknow because COVID. I think the same reason for these guys also. Because they shot actually during COVID. I'm guessing like 21, 22 or something. During lockdown. And so they were like, oh, the only way we can shoot is we have to like leave India.
Which also, and I know this is not something that I would normally like point out and, even talk about. But like, if COVID is so rampant during this time, or at least it was very recently.
It's after second lockdown, right? That's what this
Yeah.
the DJ tells us through exposition.
Oh my God.
He saw some exposition.
The son also. आप ऐसे हो, आप selfish, मेरी मम्मी.
Oh yeah. The son is a proper like a moral machine.
इसको तो किडनैप होना चाहिए. At least someone kidnap him.
इसको किडनैप करके प्लीज वो डक्टे मार दो मुंह पे जो करते हैं किस तरह से किडनैपिंग मूव, so that he can stop being a moral machine. All he doesn't talk like a son to his father. He literally talks like, ये आज का सुविचार है.
Also, like, fundamentally, if he is going to be, if the whole movie is relying on his rescue mission, like, I want to save my son, shouldn't the son be a more like sympathetic figure than this character?
Yeah, like for some reason, like why does Ali Abbas Zafar hate people who are lactose intolerant and gluten like intolerant? Like he's making jokes out of that, and I'm just like, this is like, why are you punching down on people who are like have allergies, bro?
It's uncle writing. No, it's like uncle writing.
It's just like such. And they make it out to be like something else only. He says that people are doing it for his health, and I'm like, what?
So it's not only making fun of people who genuinely are like not intolerant towards these things, it's also like ha. In the movie also this character is faking it basically.
Yeah. They're like, इसको है ही नहीं, इसको बस नाम के लिए like lactose ही चाहिए because sounds cool.
No, not even that. It's all of this is done so that 25 minutes later we have Ronit making a joke about it.
Exactly, yeah. It's written backwards, that joke.
We want that punchline, and now we create this.
We have to put it on the breakfast table जब वो घटिया breakfast होता है उसमें ये line घुसाओ ताकि वो बाद में call back हो पाए.
तो मेरा तो पूरा fundamentally problem with this movie is that why not create a cuter child?
Yeah.
Basically,
like normally that's why people use like girls. Like, simple like tarika na to like get sympathy out of like characters.
Or to make John Wick thing, na, make it like raise the stakes, kill the person that he's kind of fighting for, right? Abhi to I'm like, I don't care.
Anyway, you're pretending to be John Wick, even though you have not a single action scene which like can hold a candle.
You have not even understood what John Wick is. You just taken, it's like superficial reading, na?
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh, हमारे सेट ऐसे दिखने चाहिए और हमारा लाइटिंग ऐसा होना चाहिए, तो जॉन विक हो गया. अंदर का कैरेक्टर तो है नहीं कुछ.
कैरेक्टर है नहीं, कैरेक्टर में हमने बॉदर नहीं किया है क्या करना है, और हमारे स्किल्स तो है नहीं टू एक्चुअली शूट एक्शन.
बुला लो, like it's not like people don't exist. They'll come work for you. Your boss is like the Asia's richest man. I'm sure he can afford that.
I don't know, but I don't. It's baffling to me. Like, you're right. They have all the resources, right? And I'm sure a lot of Indian, technicians are also capable of.
Yeah, if you give them the leeway and if you don't like start cutting into their scenes and like, blocking it incorrectly, I'm sure they can deliver.
No, I mean, very recently I watched that Ajay Devgan thing, Bhola. And I was like, ye bakwas hone wala hai, like everything else that you start watching. But the action in that movie is not edited like someone's on cocaine. It's like graceful camera.
No, that's probably the only thing I'm going to defend in the action is that at least I could follow it. Like for some reason, like it wasn't like it was. I'm not gonna say the action like is short or something, but it was never like incoherent. It wasn't like like Avengers something where just like 1,000 things are happening and you can't tell कौन किसको मार रहा है.
I mean, I could like Avengers में तो 50,000 लोग होते हैं and then it's different. But here 2 people are fighting and I couldn't tell who's he fighting. एक तो why is he? It's like forget that again. Like there's so many things that you just overlook in movies, just stupid, right? Because there's other stupid things.
Yeah, because the movie like brings you down to its level now. So you're like, okay, इतना तो माफ करना पड़ेगा ये baseline तो.
So towards the end when, not towards the end, but like almost towards the end when Shahid Kapoor fights Rajiv Khandelwal in the kitchen, right? How does he end up at the kitchen? He was somewhere else एक scene पहले. Like it's as if he's like. The script is
wasn't in the kitchen only with like Diana Penty.
He goes upper somewhere.
Oh, does he?
The whole thing with the Ronit Roy, whatever happens.
For my recollection, I thought he was like with Diana Penty in the last scene and then that scene happens.
And then he finds himself in the kitchen and then they have a fight scene over there and then you can't see their faces in the fight scene because obviously they're not fighting.
Yeah, they're not fighting. They're not even like putting them in like 1-2 shots. They're like, आपका insurance नहीं हो पाया sir.
Forget that. You're making an action movie. This is embarrassing. You're making an action movie and I can't even tell if your main character is even in that scene. And
yeah, because they don't want to go through the months of like prep, that takes.
Yeah,
you have
to, like, lazy.
You have to do the rehearsals for like weeks and weeks. Like, Keanu Reeves spends months before every movie, months to doing every scene and like prep. Be like, ये यहाँ जाएगा, ये पंच वो हो जाएगा, या पंच यहाँ जाएगा तो क्या होगा?
No, but that's what
को डालना नहीं है उतने महीने, इनको तो 3 मूवी शूट करनी है एक साल.
3 मूवी शूट करनी है, पैसे कमाने हैं, and you want to just release this for free and expect people to like it. And I don't know who they're targeting, but like everybody has seen, like John Wick made 50 crore rupees in India, right?
Yeah.
John Wick 4 made 50 crore rupees in India. I don't think Shahid's last movie made 20. I'm not even exaggerating. So people know John Wick. People have exposed themselves to good action.
Yeah.
Right. So you,
which is why like I think that's for another reason. No? It's being dumped. That's why it's not coming to cinemas, because then it's a even bigger like then actually numbers आएंगे ना कि नहीं कमाया movie.
But इसमें I don't even understand what the difficult thing is. You just do your work. You don't even want to do that. Like forget acting.
You don't want to do the work. They want to just show up on day one and be like, okay, let's just start shooting today.
And कितना ही shoot किया होगा ना इसने? Only close-ups.
Yeah.
Only, and it's so
all the dialogue scenes basically.
Yeah, all the dialogue scenes and all the action. एक तो this kitchen thing, चलो ठीक है, there's lights are on. The one in the casino, you can't even tell. It's so like dark. The contrast is rapid. Whatever the neon thingy, very.
Or the gaming room.
Whatever.
Yeah, same thing. Because India में like casino is like gaming room.
Yeah, gaming room. वहाँ पे where he like takes his son and then loses his son or whatever 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
It's so, and the henchman is like screaming for some reason. उस henchman को direction क्या दिया है? Just scream, make noises.
Yeah, because you are high on cocaine or something, so you scream.
Yeah, it's so crazy. And the child during all this is chilling. उसको समझ ही नहीं, पूरी pictures को समझ नहीं आया कि हुआ क्या उसके. He got kidnapped. I don't think he even realizes कि I just got kidnapped.
No, he starts complaining. He remember like fitting his moral machine like standards in the middle of like after he's rescued. He asks his dad, like in that scene where you remember when he beats up Ronit Roy's brother, or Ronit Roy's character's brother. Uske baad, instead of running together while Ronit Roy is banging on the door, the child is like, bro, tu kiske liye aaya? Tu mere liye aaya ki tu bag ke liye aaya? Abhi tu bhago abhi to. अभी तुझे यहाँ पे grandstanding करनी है moral कि भाई आप मेरे लिए डैड की आप बैग के लिए आए. तेरे डैड कॉप है. Can't he do both at the same time? Does he know his dad is a cop? That he has a job to do?
Speaking of like the bag, that atta nonsense, there was a full thing that someone thought of and they were like, let's just do this now.
Yeah, we're going to do an entire montage of like him making it.
Him making atta and being racist towards the cooks and everything.
Yeah.
That's
and then being nice guy, and as he exits he gives them rent money because he has to be nice guy.
Just be nice, shuru se.
Remaking his image.
Just be like, please help me. My son is in danger.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be more believable? And you'll
instead of like putting them in like police.
It's so stupid. Like nobody knows how to write characters here.
Also, like why can't the movie decide what like they want the character to be, right? Because we've spoken twice now about him like pretending to be a nice guy, like in the bathroom we spoke about, and now in this one where he's like, okay, I'm doing something nice to remake my, like, to show you I'm going to do that. But at the same time, like why do they keep toying with us? Like he does keep like 3 cocaine like bags with him at the end as they reveal. So what is he actually? Is your character good or is he not good? Like he can't be both.
He's corrupt professionally, but like personally he has like a heart of gold is maybe what we're supposed to believe. Although I don't believe it.
Because they're doing flip-flop. Now for 80 minutes they make us believe that he's the corrupt one and he wants the coke to sell it or whatever. And then obviously the whole Diana Penty confession comes and he's like, oh, I'm undercover. I'm like, okay, twist.
No, मेरे लिए तो वो भी work नहीं हुआ ना, because half the movie I'm thinking he's a goon.
Yeah, for you it doesn't work. Yeah, I knew he was a cop. But then uske baad, okay, like I'm like, okay, fine. That was the twist. Like, they're fine. He is actually undercover and he's not lying. But at the end they're like, no, cocaine usne bacha liya. I'm like, wait, what? So he's actually corrupt? Like, so which one? Like, decide.
It's so annoying. And ऊपर से like just this Hindi movie business of the character must look perfect in every scene regardless of कितना लड़ाई झगड़ा किया है.
अरे देखो ना, like seriously, that's another like John Wick they haven't understood, right? Like they make him look so bad in some scenes.
Yeah, he's
like blood is coming out of like every like orifice of his body sometimes. He has like 1,000 bandages.
No, and in the
literally there are scenes in John Wick movies where he goes and recover. Like दो तो दिखाओ कभी कि he goes and recover. He puts like bandages on himself, like he patches himself up before the next fight. वो सब तो होता ही नहीं है.
He gets tired in the middle of like fight sequences, he catches breath.
Yeah, which is the hidden humor. Like they know how to make good action with storytelling, not just like empty calorie
But
action.
this should be basic, no? इसमें तो with every fight scene के पहले it's as if he went to the bathroom and did his hair up and stuff. के
नहीं वो ऑफ स्क्रीन गया, as we know all know, किसी ने हेयर स्प्रे मारा है.
हाँ,
That's what actually happened.
every scene his hair is like perfectly combed and stuff.
Inch perfect. He must look like a Bollywood A-lister.
है ना? Like it's so stupid. Like you can't just get that sensibility out of these people. Like they'll try to be edgy. Like this is edgy in their.
Yeah. This is for them. Like this, like we're doing something. Edgy.
Oh my God! Someone is having alcohol. Whoa. You know, someone is like swearing on screen. ये हमारा edge है. But like in terms of appearance and stuff, no. Shahid ने बोला है कि उसको ऐसे ही दिखना.
नहीं, he must look like Shahid.
Yeah.
Can't like it's basically like these people like these are like Fast and Furious, na? Like Vin Diesel, like I must not lose a fight. I must not get punched.
Yeah.
Same है contract इनका.
Yeah. But Fast and Furious is at least self-aware. If not Vin Diesel, everybody else is self-aware on those movies.
Yeah.
In this one, I think I don't even know who they're winking at, or even if they are winking at anybody.
The only like sort of satirical moment that I got was like the going back to that DJ, not to, but like I have to.
The go Corona go.
Is that when go Corona go thing? Yeah, that was the only like joke that actually landed for me.
But what is it satirizing?
It's satirizing the people there, right? Who are like they're packed together like sardines, and they're like go Corona go, but like they're the ones that, like, I mean, as we were new, right? We lived through this of like people like partying and stuff, like and celebrating New Year's and birthdays just after lockdown. You're like, nahi, abhi COVID nahi gaya hai, but they're pretending as if COVID is gone.
I mean, speaking of DJ, I couldn't think of a single 10-second stretch where there is no music in this movie.
Yeah, that's one of those cheating things, right? Editing mein karte hain log.
Kya? Where
they know to like keep the movies like momentum at like a fervent high or whatever. Like they do that. It's like the movie like basically उन्होंने बनाया music के बना होगा एक cut नहीं work कर रहा होगा. Like it would have been flowing scene to scene and people would have been gotten like out of it like नहीं मजा नहीं आ रहा है. So that's how you sort of like keep the like adrenaline blood flowing.
I mean,
so layer music all around.
Generous of you to assume that they tested this and like.
No, I haven't tested as in like within themselves. Like they made a first cut and they were like, okay, let's work the movie. Like, oh shit, it's not working. Okay.
Ali Abbas Zafar like phoned up Salman Khan like, भाई देखो के picture आ जाए. It's like भाई is like, oh, some music डालो. Basically, that's what happened.
Yeah.
It gave me a.
It's not test groups here. इतना कोई पैसा नहीं होंगे.
I got a full headache, and then I realized, oh, this is not going to stop. This music, it's just pounding you over the head, like constantly. And
then they get like a reason for it. Now, like in the second half, every second scene they have to go through that nightclub. So then there's an excuse to play music.
No, but then you have to like use it smartly, no? So in one scene I realized कि अच्छा ठीक है, they're saying that the music is in the film, right? It's playing in the background. But एक तो इनको sound mixing आता नहीं है, तो it doesn't feel like that, right? It feels like it's a background score, right? With a theme and stuff. So it's blending together because whenever Shahid walks in, there's a theme that plays, and he's constantly in every scene. तो हर scene में वो theme बजता है.
Sound mixing मुझे I feel like I'm going off topic, but मुझे याद आया कि how are they making money? Ads.
इसमें भी ads है कौन से?
हाँ, 1 hour. हाँ, बीच में एक मूवी में ad आया था 1 hour mark.
What are you saying?
Yeah. This is at least better. Vikram Vedha तो every half hour there was an ad.
Oh, so Vikram Vedha, I remember when I started watching, I saw like on the scroller thing that there were like 45 ads, right? So then like crazy. So then like every 10 minutes there was an ad. So then I did the ad blocker thing, मैंने on कर दिया. And in this one I didn't get any ad.
No, so I watched both in apps, so I didn't have the ad block option. Vikram Vedha I watched on iPad, and then because I was traveling a lot those days, and then this one I watched on my TV.
Okay.
I didn't have the ad blocker option, and then there's fewer ads. I think people must have complained. Vikram Vedha में बहुत ज़्यादा ad है. They were like, okay, एक डाल देंगे because movie free है.
Movie free है, but this one तो if you paid me I wouldn't watch it. I'm not even kidding. If tomorrow someone says तू 1,000 रुपए ले ले फिर से देख ले, I'm like no, I will pay you.
खुदा कब रहे 1,000?
Yeah. No, I will fully
help you उसके ऊपर से.
हाँ, to make sure that 3 other people don't watch it. That is my good deed for the day. कि ब्लॉक करो ये 4 रैंडम IPs पे JioCinema 3 दिन तक ब्लॉक करो तुम.
Random IPs.
I can't deal with this nonsense. It was terrible. It was 2 hours long and it took me 2 days to watch it and I gave up once.
And that's another thing, right? Like they forget sound mixing. The other thing they don't know is editing also, right? The movie is longer than the original and the American remake, both.
Editing to theek hai, this is a twofold conversation, right? First of all, you don't know how to edit action because you can't tell what's happening. For me, you can't edit like story-wise because I couldn't tell he's a cop. And then there's the length of editing.
Yeah, you were like just stretching the movie.
Because you don't understand कि क्या हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है. But yeah, sound, I mean, he's banging into like metal, but it sounds like lakdi, you know, that kind of amateur.
Yeah, so basically like they haven't hired good enough Foley artists.
How is it that you have to hire new people? Don't you have like a bank by now? Yeah,
I don't know. You should. But maybe like Foley work is just like generally poor actually, sometimes I've noticed across Bollywood.
It's so bad. This was terrible. This was
it's also related to that like conversation, right? Where like the 75% of the budget goes to the star. And they're like, okay, now you have to find people in ₹5 for everything.
Fully. Yeah, this is one of those situations. 75 budget goes to star and then Ali Abbas Zafar is like, mujhe bhi chahiye.
Exactly. So that's why look at the star cast, how it drops. It's Shahid Kapoor and then everyone else is like a C star or something. Beach mein koi nahi hai available.
Yeah.
Like star cast just like drops.
Yeah.
Insane.
He's at least Ronit and like, what's his name? Sanjay Kapoor know that they're playing over the top villains, right?
Yeah. They know what that role they've been handed. Yeah.
Shahid Kapoor thinks he's like a serious, like a dramatic action movie. He thinks he's like Bourne or something.
Yeah. मेहनत करनी नहीं है. Jason Bourne, Matt Damon और Keanu Reeves वाली. और बनना वो है.
Just you can't, man. You can't. This is not going to last. You can't just swagger in and out of scenes.
But last कर गया ना, मतलब this is what he's only in his 15th or 16th year career or something.
20.
बाप रे, kidding me.
No, but like the times are changing, man. You can't. This is not going to like. But who am I kidding? Like people like Farzi also. People like anything. People like this also.
People have remade themselves. Not like actors have remade themselves. Like the Akshay Kumar and like Ajay Devgn were like not considered stars at all like 10 years ago. And in their 50s, they have made themselves action heroes. So yeah, like this industry का कुछ नहीं होने
This is terrible. I think this one should be like publicly people should be like shamed for doing this. तुम क्या कर रहे हो?
होता नहीं है ना, but यहाँ पे these people, that's why like they dump it for free so they can quietly.
It's like Ali Abbas Zafar he went from Tanda, which was unwatchable, to Jogi, which was like a serious subject का तुमने mockery बना दिया. It was not a good movie.
Yeah.
And now this, and it's 3 in a row.
सब कुछ कर लिया उसने, ट्रियो हो गया उसका, Amazon, Netflix, Jio.
But ये क्या है? Like only in our country do you like fail?
इसके ऊपर I think he's going upwards from here. He's failing upwards.
He is failing.
I think he's doing some Akshay Kumar movie after this.
Oh yeah, I think I heard of that. Yeah, with Tiger Shroff and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So literally he's going upwards. That's a theatricality.
Sounds like a broken record at this point, but yeah, whatever.
Exactly. We just need like there's no point talking about any of this. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. I'm gonna keep
when I heard of this movie for the first time, Bloody Daddy, I thought it was like an ironic like daddy, like in terms of the older man sexy. It's not. He's like an actual father.
Yeah.
That should have been the first sign. Why are you calling him Bloody Daddy then? Call him something else, man. Anyway.
Time to call it a day.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all for this episode of The Long Take. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at The Long Take Pod. You can write to us at thelongtakepod@gmail.com. Please leave us a rating and a review wherever this episode, and we will see you next week.